Hello guys! So, in the previous video, I explained a little about why we need to validate our ideas. And for now, let's discuss how we can validate our ideas through the design thinking methodology. So, it will be nice for us to know what design thinking is beneficial in tackling complex problems by understanding human needs, by reframing the problem, being humor-centric, creating multiple ideas in brainstorming session, adopting a hands-on approach in prototyping ideas, and the final stage is testing. Now, turn to the 5-step model proposed by the Partner from Institute of Design at Stanford. So, point number 1 is empathize. The first stage is to understand the problem to be solved. At this stage, an approach to our customer is carried out. What do they want? This can be done by going directly to the field, meeting them, conducting interview, or acting as if they were them, so that the customer problem that really want to be resolved can run smoothly. Then, point number 2 is define. The information that has been collected during the empathize stage is analyzed and synthesized to determine the core issue to be identified. This define stage will be beneficial in solving customer problems because the problem has been determined. Let's jump into my screen. So, at this stage, we have two processes where the pain points are user discomfort experience. While using a particular product, they exist in diverse form and could be several or slightly insignificant. Identifying pain point is to gain a step toward solving a user problem. After we get the pain point, write them down in the pain point section, we move into how might we. What is how might we? How might we is an opportunity or solution that we can take from pain points. And then, after taking the solution, we can collect those that have the same point like this. And then, we do vote for those that can be a solution to user idea or problem. Like we can press E or just do the stamp. After we got those 2 points, we can move into the ideation stage. So let's continue into point number 3 or idea stage. At this stage, we have another discussion based on how might we that we have chosen to find ideas for solutions to overcome existing problems. We re-evaluate this idea by categorizing them in an affinity diagram like this. Then, prioritizing them into several groups according to the user value and effort metrics in prioritization idea. After that, we're just few steps closer to the final work. We started by breaking the flow into details and creating a user flow diagram. We came up with several user flow like this. Before we go on, this is just a disclaimer. At any stage, we can provide the solution we have got to the client. Is it enough to answer their pain point or not? Okay, now we move into 4th point, prototyping. At this stage, it will produce several chips and scaled down version of the product or special feature found in the product to investigate the solution to the problem generated in the previous stage. This prototype can be tested within the team alone or with several other people. When there is input, improvements are made to this prototype so that a perfect prototype is produced. The tool we usually use are Figma prototypes, or more dynamic prototypes is Protopy. Testing and evaluation of the product are carried out to the public. The result will be change and improvement to eliminate problem solution and gain a deep understanding of the product and its user. Our method for testing has several types, but the most common are in-depth interview and focus group discussion. We define stimulus user research by content, research objective, respondent criteria, list of questions, and then research scenario. Then we will interview them and ask them to the test our prototype individually. The users who have tried the prototype of solving this solution are as follows. We will ask them questions and, for example, what do you know about features in certain apps? Do you often explore additional features in certain apps? And then we will document every feedback we got from the user for this problem. Finally, we will ask about the single is question according to them on a scale of 1 to 10. What is the value obtained for the solution to solving the problem? Okay, in this 5 stages, if there is a failure in one of the stages, you can return to the stage where the result can repair it. The example in the idea stage does not solve the problem, so that you can return to the empathize stage. So, these are 5 steps from design thinking which are very helpful when we want to validate our idea with design and prototyping. So, we can make sure that our idea can be accepted or not. If you might know of any other method you commonly use, let us know in the comment section below. And we make a separate video explaining how Blankon would implement it. I hope this video can be helpful for you, and see you on the next video. Bye!